Good afternoon. I'm Annette Foster-Grier from Freedom Regional Public Library, where I serve as the senior assistant. I also serve as a part of the Frontline Storytellers, which is why I'm here today, is to tell a story to you, to awaken the storyteller in you. I'm going to tell the story of how Brer Rabbit outsmarted the frogs. Now, this is in the days when the animals could talk. Brer Rabbit and Brer Coon, Brer Raccoon that is, was the best of friends. Now, Brer Rabbit, he could catch a string of fish just like that. But Brer Coon, he couldn't catch no fish. And he didn't care, you know why? Say why? Because he liked frogs. Now, every day old Brer Coon would get his sack, walk down through them woods, walk up to the edge of that riverbank, catch himself a mess of frogs and take them home, and his wife would cook them, and everybody was happy. Everybody except in them frogs, that is. So them frogs got together, and they had themselves a frog meeting. And this is what they decided. They decided that what they needed was a lookout crew. Now, whosoever was to be elected had to have great big eyes so he could see afar, and they had to have a deep voice so he could be heard. Well, they elected Brer Bullfrog. Now, bright and early the next morning, old Brer Coon started down through them woods just like he did a many mornings before, and just as he got middle ways of them woods, there sat that old big bullfrog, watching, looking, and he spied Brer Coon coming, and this is what he said: "Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes." And the little frog said, "Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes." And all the frogs jumped in the water. Well, no frogs today. Brer Coon said, "I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up bright and early before the sun gets up out the bed. And I'm going to sneak down there on them frogs while they's asleep and catch them all. That's what I'm going to do." And sure enough, bright and early the next morning, old Brer Coon got up out of his bed, creeped down through them woods, not to make a sound. And just as he got middle ways of them woods, there sat that old big bullfrog, watching, looking, waiting, and he spied Brer Coon coming. "Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes." And the little frog said, "Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes." And all the frogs jumped in the water. Well, no frogs today. Now, this went on for mighty nigh a week, and them frogs was mighty happy. And Brer Coon was mighty sad. And Miss Coon, she was mighty mad. And Brer Coon went in that house with no frogs in that sack. Miss Coon said to Brer Coon, "Brer Coon, you get this sack and you get out of here and don't you come back unless you've got some frogs. You hear what I say, Brer Coon?" And Brer Coon said, "Old woman, I done told you that every time I get middle ways of them woods, all you can hear is, 'Here he come, here he come, here he come.' And all the frogs jumps in the water, and you knows I can't swim." Miss Coon reached back in that corner, and she got that broom, and she him upside his head. She said, "You get this sack and you get out of here, and don't you come back unless you've got some frogs. Do you hear me, Brer Coon?" And he said, "Yeah, I hear you." And Brer Coon got his sack, and he started out down through the woods. Wasn't long before he met his good friend Brer Rabbit, who had a string of fish on his back. Walked right up to Brer Coon, slapped him on his back. He said, "Hey, Brer Coon, what's happening?" "Hey," said Brer Coon. He said, "What the matter with you? You look right po about your mouth." He said, "'Tain't my mouth that's feeling po." So you see this knot on my head? And Brer Rabbit, look, he said, "Good Lord, what happened to you?" He said, "My wife took the broom and conked me upside my head. And she says I can't come home unless I got some frogs. But every time I get middle ways of them woods, all you can hear is, 'Here he come, here he come, here he come.' And all the frogs jump in the water, and you knows I can't swim." "Well," said Brer Rabbit, "what you need is a plan." "A plan?" said Brer Coon. "I don't know nothing about no plan." "Well, come over here while I think of one for you." And Brer Coon sat down beside Brer Rabbit, and Brer Rabbit commenced to thinking. And he thought, and he thought. "I got it, you got it, you got it, what you got?" I got you a plan. Now this is what I want you to do. I want you to go down through them woods. Pay that old big bullfrog no never mind. Walk right up to the edge of that riverbank, spin around 7 times, and fall dead. Fall dead, said Brer Coon. But I don't want to die. I just want some frogs. Not die for real, said Brer Rabbit. Just act like you're dead. Ow, said Brer Coon. Well, I can do that. So Brer Coon got his sack. He started out down through them woods. Now remember, said Brer Rabbit, don't you move till I tells you to move. Oh, I ain't gonna move, said Brer Coon. And Brer Coon went on down through them woods. Just as he got middle ways of them woods, there sat that old big bullfrog, watching, looking. And this is what he said. Here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. And the little frog said, and all the frogs jumped in the water. But that didn't bother Brer Coon one bit. Why, he walked right up to the edge of that riverbank, spun around 7 times, and blam, fell dead. Now all them frogs commenced to peeping up over that riverbank, looking at Brer Coon lying down there. When down through them woods came Brer Rabbit, and he was carrying on something terrible, sort of like this right here. Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! And he kneeled down over Brer Coon, and that old big bullfrog looked at him. He said, what's the matter with you? He said, this is my good friend Brer Coon, and he done died and gone to glory. And he told me that if he was to go before me, that I was to dig his grave, but I'm just too toe up to dig it. And that old big bullfrog said, let us dig it. Let us dig it. Let us dig it. And the little frog said, let us dig it. Let us dig it. Let us dig it. And all them frogs jumped out the water, and they commenced to digging, and they dug, and they dug, and they dug, and they dug a hole 3 feet deep. And that old big bullfrog yelled up, is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? And the little frog said, is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Brer Rabbit said, can you jump out? And that old big bullfrog said, let me see. And with one hop, he got that hole. It ain't deep enough, said Brer Rabbit. So they dug and they dug and they dug and they dug, and this time they dug a hole 7 feet deep. And that old big bullfrog yelled up, is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? And the little frog said, is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Brer Rabbit said, can you jump out? And that old big bullfrog said, let me see. And he ran back, and he couldn't get out. So this time he ran a little further back, and he couldn't get out. So this time he ran as far back as he could, and guess what? He still couldn't get out that hole. So he yelled up to Brer Rabbit, no, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't. And the little frog said, no, we can't. No, we can't. No, we can't. And Brer Coon, who had been lying there as still as the dead, Brer Rabbit said, all right, Brer Coon, get up from there and get your groceries. And Brer Coon got up, took his sack, put all those frogs in it, tied a knot in it, and he went home. And that night, his wife was happy, his children was happy. And do you know why? Say why. Because that night they had frogs for supper. And that's the story of how Brer Rabbit outsmarted the frogs.